we are in that particular location only. See, users Nidhi desktop project 1, which was the directory we created, the env environment we created, the entertainment project we created. Now we want to create a small app using this. So the command to create a small app is, any app is python manage.py start app. Okay, this was also listed in the list of Django admin commands we saw earlier. And suppose I want to name this particular app as books. Okay, in the entertainment we have books as the app. So if I press books here, it's running successfully. Okay, now what we can do is that we can also check the file structure there. Okay, so to see the file structures in the explorer, we can do this particular command, code space dot. Okay, dot means the current directory, and if we press enter, it will open another VS Code window. Now here you can see that under the entertainment project, it has created another folder named as books, and there's already another folder named as migrations. Okay, so Django has, we have not yet done anything much, we have just ran our server, and these are the files which Django has already created for us, right? So now this is the code space dot will show you the list of files on which we can work to create a particular app which will be under a particular project. Okay, the migration folder there was actually for generating the database tables that we will be using later on. Okay, now to create an app, we need to register it in the settings module under the install apps. So how to go there? I'm writing this code space dot again. Okay, now what we have to do is, you can see this particular settings.py file here. Okay, under the entertainment, you can see this settings.py file. I double click it, and when I say that we need to register our app, so we are creating an app named books. So what I need to do is I need to mention books here. That's it. And you also need to do control S, that is save. You can do control S, or you can go to file save from this particular Django terminal only. Okay, you can go to file and save. Otherwise you must be doing control S to actually save whatever changes you are making in this particular file. So we have registered our books app here in the under the installed apps in the settings.py file. Now let's go to this view.py file which is under this books app. So I click here. Okay, it already had one line written, but we want to make an HTTP request response as we discussed in lab. So for that, the command we used was, say, here we are writing from Django dot http. Okay, it's completing as well using IntelliSense. Django dot http import http response. And now I'm creating a function here, define say underscore hello request colon as the Python code and request. Now here we have to give something as the response. So I'm writing HTTP response and say I'm writing hello world. Okay, so whenever a request is being sent, this hello world should be coming up as a response. This is what we want to do by this particular function, say hello. Now I'm saving this, press Ctrl S to save this file. Okay, this is what we did with the view.py. Then we have to map a URL to this view, so that whenever that URL is being called, this particular hello function is also being called. Say hello function is also being called. So for that we have to create a new file, urls.py, under the books folder. Okay, so what we will be doing here, under this books folder, this is being clicked, I'm creating a new file named as urls.py. Okay, and here we have to actually link that particular function as well. So what you need to write here is from Django dot URLs import path, import path from dot import views. Okay, now we have to views, we have to create this URL patterns. We already discussed about this in lab, otherwise we will discuss again in next class. So we created this URL patterns here, and here in this URL patterns you have to give the path. So the path that I'm giving is, so we created entertainment, and under entertainment we had books. So here I'm writing it as books backslash, sorry, forward slash hello, and use dot say hello. Okay, this is the function that we created. Now we have to save this file. Okay, now we have to go into this URL file of the entertainment folder. Go into the URL file of this entertainment folder. It's already created. We created a URL file in the books folder, books app that we created. The entertainment project already have a URL file. We have to do some changes here to actually link all this together. Okay, so the changes that we need to do is, okay, we have a import path here. We also need to include another Django package, include here, include, and here it's written admin.sci.urls. You can also write here path, and it was books forward slash, and include this path, which was books dot URLs. Okay, so yes, no error, so it's working fine. We have to save it. Now since we have already given it the path books here, so what we can do is we can actually remove this books from here, because we have already mentioned in the main file there. We can remove it book from here, and we have to use a forward slash here also. Okay, so take care of this as well. Now if we run this particular file, so how we are supposed to run this? So what we are doing is, you have to go to run this particular command, python manage.py run server, and if I click here, okay, it's showing some error because we have actually created some command for the books URL file. So what I have to write here is books forward slash hello. We have to give a request so that we can get a response, and now it is showing us hello world. Alright, so this is how you are creating a simple web page using Django. Hello world is being created here. What changes we have done is, we have done changes in the views file, we have created a URL file, and we have done changes in the URL file of the project we have created. You can go back on the terminal, press Ctrl C to do some more changes.